Good morning, everyone. For our first module, we have problem identification to introduction writing. So in this module, meron po yata tayong tatlong lesson. First is identifying the research problem and baseline of the study. So first is, alamin muna natin, ano po ba yung gusto nyo gawin? Is it an action research or an applied research? So, magkaiba po sila ng purpose. First, sa action research, solve a specific or immediate problem within a particular context. Right? For instance, ang common problem natin is yung ating mga low grades ng ating mga students, or we may consider yung ating student performance. Okay po? While in applied research, this is most commonly for master teachers, head teachers, and school head. So, solve practical problems and address specific needs by applying existing theories and knowledge. So, in here, wala po tayong intervention na gagawin. In terms of process, sa action research, it involves a cyclical process of planning, acting, observing, and reflecting. Wherein yung intervention po na gagawin natin should be done in the span of time. For example, ang target natin is third quarter na least common. So, kailangan ma-improve siya by that time. And we're going to put that into writing. Kailangan din po siyang ma-implement within that period. While in applied research, it follows a more traditional research approach involving hypothesis, data collection, and analysis. So dito naman, this is most common sa ating mga research na kung saan meron tayong hypothesis at gumagawa tayo ng mga survey questionnaires for data collections. Then we provide an output after collating the data. For the outcome, ayan, sa ating action research, provide practical solution and improve practices within the specific context. For example, yung research ko is about improving the typing skills of programming students. So, ang outcome nun, kailangan nag-improve sila. Kung yung dati, ang remarks nila is very slow, or let's say slow, but after conducting an intervention, so dapat ang magiging outcome nila is majority of them or most of the students is dapat under na ng normal speed na kinakailangan for the 21st century. While here, on the applied research approach, we generate findings. Di ba? Usually, we provide sample po, nag-create tayo ng training plan or an action plan pertaining on what are the data that we had collected. In terms of application, sa ating action research, immediate application and feedback. Right after the intervention, kailangan makita natin yung feedback or what happened during our intervention. Talaga bang nagkaroon ng academic improvement in terms of performance ng ating mga students? Okay, so while here, in applied research, application may follow after the research is completed and validated. Let's say, for example, ang ginawa ko dyan is action plan for the department. So, yung action plan na yon, gagamitin lang siya after ma-validate yung mismong research. So, ganun po yung kinaibahan nila. Dito, may intervention. Sa action research, may intervention na kinakailangang magawa ni teacher. At the same time, magkaroon ng improvement yung target respondent niya. While in applied research naman, kailangan may output tayo to be conducted after the validation. Okay po? What else? So, check natin. A research problem is considered suitable when it is anchored to existing literature, and this is significant. Ayan, yung ating po mga literature should be timely as much as possible. 5 years backward po tayo. Original meaning there is no existing same content of your research, specific and researchable. Alright, so mamaya magkakaroon din po tayo niyan. Also, for the baseline data, yan. Yung example natin, teaching performance or assessment. Sa akin kasi, inassess ko yung typing speed and accuracy ng aking mga students. So, ayun po yung ilalagay kong baseline data. Alright, sa inyo po, pwede nyo ilagay yung result in diagnostic exam or pretest exam, whichever na meron po kayo on your subject learning area. Again, depende po yan sa inyo pong study. Next, for review of related literatures and studies. So, these are some of the website na pwede nyo pong pagkuhanan. Google Scholar, JSTOR, ERIC. Pwede nyo po itong gamitin para makapag-search ng inyong related studies. At meron po tayo ditong sample to summarize your literature review. Ayan, papakita ko na lang po yung sa akin mamaya. Ganun din po on the next template. Nakalagay naman po dito yung mga per variables natin. Ito kasi is about teacher's knowledge to teach mental math. Okay, then effectiveness of mental mathematics to learners. Alright, so check po muna natin yung iba. We also have formulating your research title. Ayan, most of the time, ito yung part na nahihirapan yung ating mga teachers. But then, we will provide you a sample kung paano ba makapag-create ng research title na medyo madali with the help of AI. Ayan, and also writing the introduction which follows the TIOC or the trends, issues, objectives, and contributions. So, later, pakita ko din po yung sample niyan. Ayan. Ito na po yung aking worksheet. So, sinagutan ko na po. I provide a sample para masagutan po natin siya. For number 1 question, what is the problem that you want to solve in your school or in your classes? So, sa akin, as a computer programming teacher, I would like to improve the typing speed and proficiency of programming students. Then, in terms of research agenda, the category that falls po is teaching and learning. Then, what type of research will you use? Is it action research or applied research? For this study, action research po. Kasi may intervention po akong gagawin to improve the typing speed of my students. Okay? If action research, cite your proposed innovation or intervention. So, ang intervention po na gagawin ko dito is introducing a typing practice session, incorporating typing games into the curriculum, and provide students with access to typing software and online resources to enhance their skills. So, what would be my baseline data? Conduct a typing test. Administer a standardized typing test to all students under computer programming. Then afterwards, ito na. Make a research review using 5 related literatures and 5 related studies. But for this example, is 5 related studies lang ang ginawa ko. So this is one of the most challenging ginagawa in research, but with the help of AI, I'll show you na. So in this activity, I use Claude AI. So I use this prompt, improving the typing speed and proficiency of programming students. Kasi ito naman po talaga yung target ko. So look for a review of related studies for the past 5 years. So ayan po, ang meron lang po ako dito is, ayan. Ibibigay niya naman. But the problem is the citations. So, dahil kulang sa citation, I also provide a prompt, include the citation or link. Ayan, meron po siyang citations that will lead you to the publish research. Ayan, dahil nakulangan po ako sa binigay, I asked another 10. So, generate another 10. Alam niyo na po yun. Pinapa-generate ko ng another 10 RRL. So, ito na po yung na-generate niya. So, complete with link. Ayan. 10 ang hinihingi ko, 6 lang ang binigay. Walang problema kasi 5 lang naman yung kailangan natin. So, as you can see dito, kailangan natin ng author, year, sample. Sample po is sample size, meaning number of respondents. Design is research design. Variable or instrument. Results, controversies, disagreement with other authors, and also the limitations. Okay, dahil medyo mabigat din po ito for me to analyze with that certain span of time. Ayan, hiningi ko na rin sa kanya. Can you include this part when providing an answer? So, binigay ko na rin po. At ito po ang kanyang sagot. As you can see, ginamit ko lang si Claude as a tool. Okay? Mas madali kasing mag-search sa kanya compare sa other AI. Kasi siya, nagbibigay talaga siya ng link kung saan mo makukuha yung mga related studies. So, ayan po. Ayang mga yan ay inilagay ko lang po dito. Okay, reading is the key. So, kailangan basahin po natin lahat ng prompt. Hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-copy kasi baka mali din yung ibigay. So, another part of the template is synthesizer RRL based on the following authors. So, sa akin, namili lang ako ng 3 authors and I have here the 2 variables that is aligned with my study. Ayan, kung mapansin nyo, yung liit ng time na to at sa dami ng ginagawa natin, it is hard for us to synthesize an RRL. So, let's have AI to do that. Ayan. With the following authors listed above, type the synthesis of RRL based on these variables. So, 2. Problema, pinagsama niya. So, what happened is, humingi na lang ako ng tig-isa. Una muna is yung number 1, variable. So, binigay niya po lahat yan. Of course, kailangan din nating basahin yan para malagyan natin ng content ito pong ating template. Another is ito. Kung kanina is about typing speed, this time ang hiningi ko namang variable is about student academic performance in programming. At ayun po, binigay niya na rin po ang sagot. So walang kahirap-hirap, magagawa po natin yung ating template with this. What else? Formulate your research title. So, itong formulation of research title, hindi ko na po ito inilalagay kay AI. Why? Kasi pwede naman po natin itong gawan na lang. Medyo magaan na po yung part na to. So, kung mapansin nyo, ang question ko lang dito, what is the typing speed and proficiency of students before? Diba? Before po natin ma-integrate or magamit yung ating intervention. Then second question is after. Okay? Then the third question is significant difference before and after. Diba? So, ganun lang po yung sample question na meron ako. For the independent and dependent variables, dito I provide 2. Kasi 2 naman po talaga yung aking variables. Isang independent at isang dependent. Then also, there is a question about research gaps. Yung research gaps naman, based on my RRL, ayan, hiningi ko na rin sa kanya. Kay Claude. Okay po? Ayan, binigay niya ng lahat, pati po yung sagot sa ating synthesis of RRL. Ayan na po. Then another, ito na po, propose a research title. In creating a research title, magaling po dyan si ChatGPT. So, ayan, humingi ako ng 10. Create 10 research title about, then I provide the variables. At siya na po yung mag-construct. Okay, kung wala po kayong mapili dyan, then generate another, or pwede naman pong i-mix and match. Parang Jollibee. Okay, so ito na po siya. Then, afterwards is make an outline for your research introduction in bullet form. So, kung mapansin niyo po, there are 4 bullets, or I guess this is 5, per criteria. But then, hindi naman siya required lagyan lahat. For example, for these trends, sa akin kasi increase integration of typing practice and gamification of typing skills and development. Pwede rin ako maglagay dito ng typing skills of students. For issues, we have typing speed disparities, lack of typing instruction, and more. Ganon din sa objectives and contribution. So, saan ko po nakuha yan? Dito na rin po. for the topic, tapos namili ako kung ano yung topic na gusto kong gawin, then list the following. Ayan. Sa totoo lang, napakadami. We just need to read and analyze kung pasok po ba siya dito sa template na hinihingi natin. Okay? So, I hope matapos po natin yung Module 1 by the end of this week para makacheck na po natin. So, thank you!